When I was 13 years old, my family moved to a new house in Indiana, and I was so excited. It was huge, 2 floors, and there was a park in front by there. And I was so excited because I love going on the swing sets, and I love playgrounds. And every time after school, I would go by my window, check to see if anyone was on the park and the swings. And if they weren't, I ran to them, went on the swings for a while, came back home, and this was like my daily routine, looking out the window, checking to see if anyone was there, and going on the swings and have a good time on there. But one day, something strange happened. I didn't know what ghosts were. And that day I found out what exactly they were. And as I went to do my daily routine of looking out the window, there was no one there. And I went out, ran to the park, to the swing, and I noticed there was someone on it. They were all dressed in black, really sad they looked. And I got closer and thought they weren't there. I turned back, no one was there. It was just empty, the swing just moving around. And as I looked again, there it was, the woman all in black with a hoodie over, and I thought, who is she? Why did she disappear? How can she run back in a second and be back there in a second? And as I got closer, she gave me this stare, and that scared me, and I just ran back home, and I ran as fast as I could, and I stopped for a second to catch my breath, and I was in front of a puddle, it was kind of rainy, and as I looked on my reflection, I noticed she was there in the reflection, and as I looked back, no one was there. It was just me, and I looked back down, and there was a reflection, and as I looked back, she was there staring at me, and I just said, no, go away.
No!
And I ran back home, didn't look back. And I decided that day that I wasn't going to go on the swings, but as naive as I was, I went back the following day. I checked to see my daily routine, if someone was on the swing set or not. No one was there, I ran back and I went on the swings. I didn't feel no presence there until I was on the swing set for a while, and I felt this cold breeze on me, and it just on my shoulder, and I looked back, nothing was there. Then again, my other shoulder, nothing was there. And for the third time, I looked back and I saw her again. She was pushing me. I could just feel her pushing me. And it scared me. And as I really wanted to get off that swing set after that, but I just couldn't. She just kept pushing me harder and harder, and I kept going faster and faster, so fast, I couldn't even achieve it with my own feet. And for a second there, I really freaked out and tried to get off, and I just couldn't. And that scared me the most, not being able to get off the own swing set, because I was afraid to fall and hit myself on the ground. But she was there pushing me, and I looked back, and there was no one there, but I could just feel her. And finally, to a point, I made a struggle to get off, and I just ran. I didn't look back again, because I just didn't want to know what was there, if she was there. So I ran to a gravestone that I didn't notice was there in the park until that day. I put my hand on top of it just to catch my breath again, because I was running so fast. And I gave a moment to look at it, and it said, in memory of Frederick Wilkinson. And I didn't know who that was, but there was this really strange picture of a train running over him, or getting to run over him, and there was this hand grabbing him to get off of it. Until then, I didn't know, well, is he buried down here? And as I was thinking for that second, I felt a cold breeze again, and it was her. She was staring at the gravestone, reading, all sad, and I looked at her as she looked back at me, and I just ran again. I couldn't handle it. So I went back home, and ever since that day, I never went back to the swing set. But years ago, I found out that there was a boy buried there, and the mother attempted suicide after he died. And the reason why she did that was because she loved her little boy, and she wanted to play with him in the playground, which was what they always did. They would go on the swing set, she would push him, And they would go every Saturday and Sunday and after school like I did, until it made me realize that she was finding comfort in me, that I was her little girl because she lost her little boy. And that really scared me the most, and I just can't look at that park again or go on that swing set. And I could just still feel her there, feel her presence there. I know she's there, waiting for some other little girl, little boy to come to that swing set and be her daughter or son so she can play with. And I guess I was her daughter or son to playmate that day.